Okay, Hades Mega here, and we got another Suron Lightbee video today. So today, if you've been watching my videos a while back, the very last time I ran the dirt wheels on this, my chain decided to throw its master link. So it's still in my freaking toolbox, and it's still dirty. I gotta go clean it up. But I've decided, I wound up buying another chain a while back when I ordered a bunch of parts for the Lightbee, and I wanted to install a new chain. So the problem with the old chain is that it has two master links. So the 62 sprocket on the Suron Lightbee, this is from Lunicycle, requires a longer chain than the stock 48 tooth sprocket. So if you have a stock Suron Lightbee, you have a 48 tooth sprocket. The Supermoto has a 42, and this is a Lunicycle 60 tooth. To make your chain longer, so you can use just the chain that came with your stock Lightbee. They give you a bunch of chain. I'm not even going to show it to you. It's in there. But they give you a length of chain and an extra master link to add to your chain. And then, honestly, I think that's a bad idea. Don't do that. Just get a new chain. This thing was like $15 or $20 for a chain. Super cheap. The chains for this bike are super cheap. So just do yourself a favor and go get yourself a good chain. If you're planning on not really changing your chain, the reason I go with the clip type is because we change sprocket sizes often, so you got to change the length of the chain. So having the clip type is better in my case. But on all my other bikes besides my dirt bike, I use rivet type master links. So if you could find a 420 chain with a rivet type master link, I would use that. If you don't plan on changing your chain often or taking it off, use a rivet type. That's what Hayes Omega recommends. It will never come out. It won't come out. Trust me, I've never had one come apart on me. It was scary, dude, when when it happened. I'll tell you that. I got it on video. It threw one of the master links, and fortunately I still have one of the master links, so I could probably still use that chain. But I'm not gonna run. I highly do not recommend using two master links. That's just two more things to fail, right? It's twice the failure, right? two things more to fail. You got two master links. That's two things more to fail. You could lose them. So that's the reason we're gonna just install this primary drive chain. So primary drive makes some very high quality chain parts, like sprockets and stuff. And I got this from Rocky Mountain ATVMC for a whopping, I think it was like $15 or $20. I'll put the exact price on the subtitle below. But yeah, so there it is. So this is a 420 MC professional chain. So if you're looking for a chain for your Suron Lightbee, it's a 420 chain is what it uses. I think this bike uses like a 425 or something. It's slightly bigger. I'm not sure, but you probably want to use the smallest chain you can find, so you get the most power out of it. I also, this is a regular chain. This is not a O-ring chain. The reason I don't go with the O-ring chain is because O-ring chains eat up more power. They'll make your bike slower. And we're trying to use this for racing. We want to make it as fast as we can, so we don't use O-ring chains. O-ring chains have more resistance because obviously it's got O-rings, but they do last longer. So Hades Omega recommends if you, I think Lunicycle sells a SRT chain. I actually have one too. They sell a SRT O-ring chain kit, a little box thing. And so if you're looking for a long-lasting chain, if like I said, if you're not gonna be removing it very often, or if you're not really gonna use your bike for racing, or you want to make your bike quieter, that's one thing O-ring chain is. It's a little quieter. go use the O-ring chain. Get the O-ring chain from Lunicycle, or I don't know who makes a O-ring chain for 420 chains besides the ones that Lunicycle sells. So, but anyway, we're gonna install this primary drive regular chain here, and this is 116 links. I looked on Electric Bike Forum where they have all the info for the Lightbee, and you need 114 link chain. Bam! I wrote it down. So there it is. It's 114 links is what you need. For the stock, you need 106, and for the Supermoto, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to count it. but yeah. So there it is. So we're gonna go ahead and install this. This is 116 and it's 114. I couldn't find a freaking 114 link chain, so it's gonna be a little bit longer. We may have to shorten it. We could just shorten it later. We'll see. We'll see how much. Really, what lets you determines whether you can use a certain length of chain or not is how much adjustment you have left. So we want it at least before the longest, and then maybe if we reach the end of that, I'll just lop a couple links off of the chain. But it's not hard to shorten the chain. You can shorten your chain with what I was going to use is a Dremel. On the bigger chains, like a 525 chain, like for this bike, I'll use something like this. I'll use an angle grinder. This makes quick work of it. If you don't have any of these power tools, you could use a chain breaker tool, but I've never used one before. I always just grind it. I've never had one fail on me on the road, so yeah. So there it is. So I've already installed the wheels yesterday, and all we got to do is install the chain. So we're just going to do a quick video on how to install that for a 62 chain, by the way. So it's just a little vlog. All right, here's my go. Okay, so one thing to make this job a little easier, you can use master link pliers. These are some special pliers for clip type master links that help you install and remove the master link. I just uninstalled one yesterday with this, and it was pretty easy, and I could show you how to install and uninstall the chain with this guy. I got this, it's a Tusk one. I got this at Rocky Mountain ATV MC also, so if you're looking for one, they sell. So, and it looks all right. It's a little heavy to carry in a tool bag, but it's it's nice to have. I did show a method on how to install it without this when I installed the Supermoto kit, and it's a little harder, but you can do it. You just use a chisel. Use a chisel or screwdriver and hit it with the hammer, and it comes out. And then you can just use a regular needle nose pliers. But I'm going to use this bad boy because I bought it. So gotta make use of it. Okay, so I got a little. I put my headlight on so you guys can see a little better. But let's get the show on the road. So here's the primary drive chain. We'll see if we have to shorten it or not. If not, well, I won't shorten it. We'll shorten it when we have to. So I'm just gonna open it. Probably should use a knife, but I'm using this freaking thing. Okay, so there it is. Beautiful chain. Oh, it's gold and black. It's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was just gonna be gray. Yeah. So it comes with a packet of some sort. So we'll see how it is installing this. So like I said, I had to buy this one because they didn't have the 114 link. There's no master link. Something like that. I think it's a master link. Okay, let's open it up and let's see if there's a master link. I hope so. Okay, there it is. It's in a little baggie. Ooh, this is a fancy chain. Never seen anything like that before. Hayes Mega suggests you buy the best chain you can buy, so you don't have any problems down the line. I've noticed the stock Suron chain, it stretches quite a bit. So I don't even think you need to put any kind of grease on this. You just grease it. It's not an O-ring chain, so it's really easy to install. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed this bad boy through the chain. So there it is. You can see. So if we did wanted to shorten it, we could just, all we have to do is grind these rivets out and then pull the link out, and then it'll look like this at the end again. And then you just put your master link in. So this is a regular type chain, and it doesn't have any kind of O-rings on it. So it's very nice chain. It's gold in the center. Yeah, the middle plate is gold and the outer plate is black on this one. And it's got some kind of grease on it. So basically we're just going to take the chain, and the easiest way I found that it's got to go on top of this this little plate here on the swing arm, is what I've learned. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, but I'm going to put this here so we don't get the chain too dirty. I'm just going to feed it through here. And one thing you might want to do before you is maybe clean the sprocket up a little bit. Alright, so kind of clean the chain a little bit, and then we're going to go feed it in through the top here. Okay. Oh, it's kind of a pain in the ass, what I mentioned. Wow, swing arm is pretty damn dirty. Okay, so you gotta somehow get it around here and try to pull it through where the sprocket is. And maybe if you can somehow, I'm just gonna keep on trying to spin it with my hand. It's very difficult. Oh yeah, like I said, I think I remember how I did this before. I used this pulley. There's a pulley on the other side, so let me show you what's going on. I know it's kind of hard to see what's going on because everything's all hidden and stuff. But so there's the chain right there, you see, and I fished it under here. There's a plate here. See that plate there? It's got to be on top of that plate. That plate right there. One of them. My finger's pointing. It's hard to see. Here's it is from the back. See the chain is on top of the plate right there with the holes. It has like 2 holes in it. So you want it to be on top of that. And then okay, so I remember how this works. So basically, there's a little guard here for the chain, and I fished it underneath there, and I was trying to move the sprocket with my hands. I was like, it's really hard, it's really small. Well, there's another sprocket, there's a pulley with a belt on the other side. That's your primary drive. You can turn that, just turn that, and there you go. See? And it should eventually start coming out the other end at some point. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then just keep on turning it, I guess, until you get enough where you can really pull that sucker. There we go. Okay. Cool. So what we did is we fished it in through here, put it in here, and then we put it over the plate that's on the swing arm, and then we fished it into the between the sprocket here, and then I rotated it by hand. But to make it easier, you can turn the pulley back here, because the pulley is much bigger. It's easier to turn. The little teeny little sprocket isn't very easy to turn. And then when you got enough of it from the bottom, you can just start pulling it. Okay. There you go. Okay, and then at some point it'll need to shorten the chain, I guess. So I didn't want to shorten the chain if I didn't have to, but it looks like I do. All right, my hands are like super dirty. I'm gonna change my gloves. Okay, what we're gonna do so we have the most adjustment in the future. We're just gonna turn these adjustment knobs all the way in. Okay. And then I'll do the same for the other side. Okay, so that chain is like way too long. It's like it's on like the out all the way out. It's all the way out right now. Okay, so the chain is like it's too long. Like I said, it's 116 links and it's only supposed to be 114. So as you can see, it's way too freaking long, man. So we're gonna have to shorten it a couple lengths. Thinking. So that's all the way back though. Let's move it all the way forward, and then I'll tighten it. Yeah, we'll tighten the. I want to tighten the axle. All the way forward. Tighten the axle. Doesn't move anymore. So now it's like super loose, super duper loose. Okay, it's okay. We still have room for adjustments. Let's put it there. So let's cut it. Let's cut it right here. We're gonna cut it right here. We're gonna cut, yeah, two, 1, 2. I think you're only supposed to count two lengths. So they were saying that you need 114 and we have 116, and we're gonna chop off 2 lengths. Yeah, so we're gonna chop off. When they say 2 lengths, they actually mean like 4 sort of. There's the inner one with the rollers and stuff, and then there's the one with the pins, the outer plate. So there's inner and outer, but you only count the inner ones. So we're gonna cut 2, but we're actually cutting 4 off. We're gonna cut it right here. So what I'm gonna do is mark it where we're gonna cut it first. Okay, silver pin. Gonna mark it right here, right here. Let's mark it all over the place. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna cut it now. Cut it here so the whole thing comes out. Yeah, so you're actually gonna have to cut. You're gonna have to grind this rivet and that rivet off to get it out, to shorten it. So they're right. You need 114. Okay, so we're gonna go grind that rivet off. We're gonna grind this one, and that should get us. This gold one right here on the bottom, and then we can put the master link in. Hopefully I'm not grinding off too much. This is the point of no return. Remember, these are really hard. These are hardened pins, so they're not going to be easy to get off. It just makes a big metallic mess. Okay, so there they are. I've grinded the rivets. Now all we got to do is we might be able to just pull it off. I'm not sure. What we can do is get a screwdriver and pry it out. Teeny tiny little chain. Let's see if we can get this out. Yeah, you probably won't use a pry bar. I'm gonna try the pry bar. Another thing you can do is try to punch the pins out. There we go. The plate comes out. Ouch. Came out the other way. I don't want to come out this way. Come on. What you can do? Come on. There we go. Alright, there we go. Pin comes out. Plate comes out. There. And we're going to go push the other one out. Oh, it's got a lot of grease in it. Grease the crap out of these chains. Okay, so, and then that's it. And then the next thing you probably want to do is clean out all the metal flakes and stuff from when we grinded it. So I guess if you do this method, it makes quite a mess with the metal shavings and stuff. It's no big deal. It's chain man, doesn't care. Strong is strong. Okay, so also when you grind it, make sure you wear safety glasses. I didn't say anything about that, but I was wearing safety glasses. Safety first, right? Okay, so now you got your master link here. It still seems like it's a little loose, but we can adjust it when we get it installed. Okay, there's your master link. This is the backing for it. This is the plate, and this is the little clip that holds it in. So you want to install this clip in the direction the chain is facing, so it would be this way. The direction the chain will be moving, which is this way. So you want the closed end, kind of like a bullet, right? You want the rounder part to go. And then they give you this little packet of grease. It's nice. Try not to use a lot of it, so we can probably use it later for something else. So like the other one, they just had like grease slathered all over it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna slather it around the pins. Okay. Too much. Okay, that's cool. And we're gonna go shove that into the back here. The tube of meat. There we go. Should be good. Okay, let's get some grease on that. Maybe you want to put some grease around the. Got some grease on the glove already, so I'm gonna put some grease on the plate here, and then choose which way. Oh, it's a different color. Oh, I like that. I like that. Primary drive, man. It's a cool chain. So the master link is a gold color, so you can tell which one is the master link quite easily because the rest of them are black. So anyway, it should just slip right on. It's pretty loose. Okay. I don't know which side. You just choose a side. Maybe, and then the clip goes on like this. So you want to go in like that, the big part right there, and then slide it forward. And then the easy part, this is actually quite easy to install. So just gonna go get our master link pliers. You can just use a needle nose pliers for this also. Basically, we're going to hold the pin, have one of the jaws hold the pin, and one of the jaws drive the clip in. It's kind of hard on this with this. Maybe it's better just to use a regular freaking thing, dude. There we go. Okay, there you go. It's installed. Okay, so for the my final thing, what Haze Omega will do. So there's two ways you can make sure this thing doesn't fall off. You can put some silicone grease on it, or you can put a what's that called? You can safety wire it in. So I'm gonna go safety wire it real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna go safety wire this bad boy in. This is just to make sure it doesn't fall out. So you can see the direction the wheel normally goes is this way. So that's why we installed that clip that way. Oh, God. Okay, so what Haze Omega does is I put two of these on top of each other. I kind of crisscross them a little bit. And there's no O-rings to damage or anything, so that's good. All right, there you go. It may look a little ghetto, but that's the way Haze Omega does it. I put two safety wires on top of each other and twist it. That's the way Haze Omega does it. So now the last thing to do would be to adjust the chain. Right now there's way too much slack. I'm not going to go over adjusting it. I think it's like 10 to 15 millimeters. if you hear the chain making noise, just tighten it a little more. Tightening the chain on this bike is kind of a pain in the ass. So. Okay, there it is. That's the primary drive chain installed. Just fire it up real quick. Seems to be making some strange noises. Okay, alright, so there it is. This video was a vlog about installing the primary drive 116 link chain. We had to shorten it 2 links, or that's technically like 4 links almost. And then what we did is we shortened it, and then when we ran the chain through it, we shortened it, and then we put the master link in. And you can find that quite easily right here. And yeah, so that's it. And then we put the master link in, and then what did we do after that? And then we adjusted the chain, and that was it. So 114 links got me about like three of the inner tick marks on the adjustment here, and I think it's pretty good. Oh, it's super tight now. So maybe I need to loosen it for some reason. I don't know why it tight. Sometimes it tightens. So you have to kind of play with it to get the tension that you want. So I've actually made it too tight, so I got to loosen it. All right. So that is it. All right, Hazel out. Hope you learned something.